Hello and welcome to another video on the channel. In this one, we're going to be looking at visa travel for us Serbian citizens to see which countries we can visit with or without visa, what are the terms, just to have a overview, kind of insight in world travel, my perspective, how it looks like. In short, how people, citizens of Serbia, can travel around the world. We're going to be looking at each individual country one by one. Hopefully not take too long, but we're gonna look in government website. This is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We're gonna look at them in English. Go. All right, there we go. So you can check it out on your own. Maybe this thing changes, probably will. And let's get started. First of all, I like to travel, and to me, this is something I like to look at, just to have a view of what's the base terms travel, just notes usually. So let's go. Let's go from Afghanistan. I'm gonna open in different tags, but this is a very interesting country in terms of travel restrictions or freedoms, I guess, or terms. All right, so we have like 3-4 sections here, but first of all, visas and travel advice. As you can see here, we have 4 levels. Travel with regular precautions, travel with increased caution, travel urgent travel. So only quick get in, get out, right? Travel not advised. So Afghanistan, for me, from Serbia, for Serbian citizens, is not advised, as the government says. So for holders of a national passports and other travel documents, visa required. So we do need visa. Also for the holder of emergency travel document in transit. So we need visa. Obtaining a visa at the airport in Afghanistan or the border crossing is not possible. All right, so gotta get the visa before you go there. So it is mandatory to obtain visa in advance at the diplomatic and consular missions of. So you can get probably maybe in some diplomatic places all around the world, but I'd say here, I'm not sure, do we have an embassy here in Serbia? I know we have a lot of embassies, but not sure about Afghanistan. So let's see the information they put here. Information on the type of visa, documentation required for applying for a visa, important regulation concerning residents in Afghanistan, as well as a list of diplomatic and consular missions. All right, so we do have a link. I'm not going to go there, but go here. No social security agreement has been, so social security. Health situation, vaccines again, it is. So that's recommended, right? All right. It is obligatory to take preventive measures against mosquito-borne diseases and to take appropriate precautions when consuming water. Obligatory. Security situation. This is what's actually the most important when I look at. This is something that for me like the main focus. Afghanistan is an area with extremely high level of threat to personal security. So every day there are various acts of violence and often have the ultimate goal of injuring or killing foreign nationals. Yeah, Afghanistan is. I mean, I kind of know about Afghanistan to be, or have in my mind picture of it. I never visited the place, never get near it. But in the news, it's often like, nowadays, there's something bad going on. Something like this, as they describe. All foreign citizens must adhere to the security rules of their employer organization. among other things include instructions regarding movement, transport, stay, mutual communication, and taking measures to protect foreign citizens during stay in Afghanistan. Also, it's earthquake prone. It's necessary to follow the instructions of the local authorities and act in with it. So that's really scary, but we know Afghanistan never been or wasn't really a safe country for a long time. So that's how it looks like for me, like from my perspective. I want to travel, passport, and I assume it's same for most people around the world when you travel Afghanistan. Oh, is Afghani. They have their own currency, poorly developed banking system, payment in cash, no large amount of money on you. Dollars can be used. Afghanistan is characterized as an extremely traditional culture of behavior, which is especially reflected in the position of the attitude towards women. Contact between a man and a woman who are not related to each other is generally kept to a minimum. Such circumstances in foreign women, although not required by current regulations, that scars their daily life, and otherwise they would attract huge attention from local men and put themselves in an awkward and potentially unsafe situation. Damn, I don't like this country. I mean, by description of it, that sucks. I hope Afghanistan gets better. It's a huge country, a lot of people, and I wish for the best. Sucks that it is as is, but hopefully future will be brighter. In rural areas, the appearance of a woman without a scarf would be considered a scandal. The choice of clothing must also be adapted to local circumstances, and clothing that covers one's arms and legs and here should outline the body. Shake man and a woman practice. During your stay in Afghanistan for consular assistance or protection, you contact the Embassy of Republic of Serbia and the Islamic Republic of. So we do have, see, Iran. I know now in news this talk about Iran. We're gonna look at Iran, but it's one of the like exotic dream countries to visit. Not like a dream in terms of the best country I would like to visit, but like interesting country, I'd say. Such a huge country, a lot of people, um, amazing history, cuisine. Like it's unique, say it that way. All right, so that's Afghanistan for your level 4. So we start with the level 4, and we straight go to Albania, which is probably the friendliest country. Probably in media you wouldn't think of it, but as you will see, it's one of the few countries I can travel with just ID. I don't even need a passport. Let's look at it. Travel with increased caution. So it's on level 2 because of Kosovo probably, but for visa you don't need a visa. Visa regime for holders of national passports and other travel documents. These are not required. Valid ID card may be used to travel to the Republic of Albania. So me having a Serbian ID card, I can travel to Albania, which is that. I think it's 90 days. So yeah, 90 days in a period of 180 days. So basically in the span of 180 days, I can be there for 90 days, right? So yeah. Um, I like Albania. I probably expect a lot of people not to trust that, but that response because I'm a Serb. But I do really love Albania because we do have history beyond just the recent history, and it's similar country. We're neighbors in a way, right? Might not think we are, but yeah, our two people are friendly in a sense. Like deep rooted connections are still there. So I love it, in short. All right, let's go and hold on. Screen showing. So, for holders of diplomatic and official passport, visa not required. This is required for the holder of an emergency travel document. I'm not sure what that is, but right, you can just travel basically. If you're from, if you have an ID in Serbia, you can go to Albania, and it's a pretty cheap country to travel to. There's nice transit routes. So, citizens of the Republic of Serbia who have a valid travel document or biometric ID card may enter transit, stay in the Republic of Albania without a visa for 90 days, with a period of 180 days from the date of first entry in the country. Minors over the age of 10 who, according to the law and identity card of the Republic of Serbia, have the right an identity card may also use ID to enter and stay in Albania. So 10 and up, 10 years and up, you can use citizens of Republic of Serbia who intend to travel to the Republic of Albania through the southern Serbian province of Custom Metohija by crossing an administrative boundary have a valid ID card. This includes minors of the age of 10 have an ID. So that's pretty much the common route you can go. You go to Albania through Kosovo, right? How it is geographically. For traveling through the southern Serbian province of Kosovo and Metohija, they always like emphasize that, but it's Serbia. They always tend to add that when stocking with some documents. And crossing the administered boundary, children must have a birth certificate, photograph posted or stamped, and to enter the Republic need a passport. Hmm. So this is for citizens, I guess. This is for citizens, and this is for traveling through the southern. Hmm. All right. A pet may enter country if accompanied by a vaccination passport issued by a veteran. Information of the veteran pet is held. Okay, so no social security agreement. Transport. It's possible to travel to the Republic of Albania by air, landing at Lerteriz International Airport near Tirana. Air Serbia has 4 scheduled flights a week. Flight lasts about. Also buses. A green card, international certificate of insurance required to enter Republic of Albania by passenger visa. International driving license is not required. Okay. Okay, so I understand this. According to the agreement between Serbia and Albania, should drive a license, probationally driving license. Okay. If you have probational license, you cannot. Security situation. There are no serious threat to visitor safety in Albania. There's tourist season in the summer months. They're advised not to leave valuables in their car. All right, so basically, just if citizens of the Republic of Serbia have their travel documents only on the basis of such a police certificate, the Serbian embassy will be able to issue them as a travel document in Serbia. They have LEK as currency. It's possible to use payment cards issued by Serbian banks in hotels, larger shopping center shops, and so sometimes when I go there, I pay in dinars, Serbian. There's a few spots where you can they accept that. It's not a lot, like rare few in Tirana mostly. You can find some, but if you use euros, you'll be fine. All right, Albania, very interesting one. Interesting country. You can find embassies. I want to return to Afghanistan. I just want to see embassies in place. Do we even have one? We don't have. Hey, background, that's the contact country. What's the visa? The bilateral relations. Presidential Republic. From 1954, Serbia and Afghanistan have relations. Trade between Republic of Serbia and Islamic Republic of Afghanistan is small in scale. In total trade, amount €500,000. Well. Let's see in Albania. It's actually also interesting. Let's look at those, just quick glances. So bilateral. Okay, 1914. That's 2 years after establishing country. Pretty early. Mini Schengen. That's another thing. Serbia, all the non-European Union countries in the Western Balkans kind of want to make mini Schengen area just a free travel. You don't even need a passport, and you can work. You can have that social security, social services, basically, insurance, all that stuff, and you can work for longer. You can make you can you can have a free economic zone, basically. I want to see the money. How much money? Tirana is postponed because Tirana supported the introduction of 100% tax on goods from Serbia. Oh, that's another thing. Back in the day, in 2018, Pristina put 100% tax on Serbian goods that go to Kosovo. Okay, you can read all of that, but let's see. The backbone of economic cooperation is trade, which has been growing steadily in some years, according to the data of the Bureau of Statistics. Volume of trade exchange among 84 million euros. Serbian exports 140, while imports 42. I guess we have like a positive. In the period January-November 2022, exports 139, 5 million, imports 41. Right, pretty kind of steady. Go. Agreements, fight again. Stuff, and them. All right, pretty interesting. Kind of like it. Embassies. I mean, we do have. Okay, they can use also. So that's a visa regime for entering Serbia from their side, right? So if an Albanian doesn't want to come to our country, so no visa required. I mean, basically, they're reciprocal, I'd say, these agreements. So you can notice that. All right, let's go. A third one, Algeria. Hope I don't have to speed up, but I'm just looking at the timer. Might. All right, Algeria. That's North Africa. Travel with increased caution. For callers, visa is required. Diplomatic official, national passport. Okay, so we do need visa. So we do have their embassy here. There's no possibility to apply for a visa online. Said the same on arrival. Health insurance is not necessary, but is a purpose of tourist travel. The passport must be valid at least 6 months after the travel. So you might need to check if your travel document is going to expire in the next 6 months. Must be valid. Purpose of regulate one stay in Algeria, the passport will be valid for at least after the date of relevance application. Is allowed to bring cash, just a reasonable amount. One liter of spirits and one box of cigarettes may be imported. So you can get liquor. I don't drink that much, only beer sometimes. Beer is like common go out drink for me, but I don't regularly drink it. But cigarettes never. It's forbidden to bring into the country any weapons, and may if accompanied by rabies vaccination certificate and veterinary certificate. No social security agreement. There's no need for vaccination. The locals use tap water, but foreigners to drink bottled water. It's necessary to contact state hospital, private clinics in case of health problems. Cost of a medical examination is around 10 euros. You expect that to be a little more, like 2 or 3 times more. Security situation. Let's see how they describe security situation in Algeria. Algeria is a country that has significant experience in the fight against domestic terrorism and Islamic radical. The terrorist activities, especially in the cities, has been practically eradicated. Occasional terrorist attacks of limited range are still being strongly directed against the forces in the army. In certain localities in larger cities, street crime is present, which can take aggressive form. Foreigners who come to cities for a short period of time and adhere to general precautions have no reason for serious concern. Special caution is recommended in the southern parts of the country, especially in the border areas. Unorganized individual trips are not recommended. All movements of foreigners in Algeria outside the province Wilaya, in which the place registered residence is located, are subject to the procedure of obtaining movement permits in advance. Ooh, so you kind of have regions there, and if you travel to a region, you need to get a travel movement permit. So that's interesting. During organized tourist trips, travel agencies are obligated to ensure compliance with the mentioned procedure. The road network is relatively well developed, especially in the northern parts of the country, and construction of the east-west highway towards the border, west towards the border, which has already been open to traffic. On 95% is nearing completion. Okay, so basically I would travel by plane, of course, over Mediterranean. Nothing goes better or faster. An international driving permit is required to drive a motor vehicle. Gendarmerie controls on the roads are very frequent. Sanctions for traffic violations are key. The official currency of Algeria is Algerian dinar. We also use dinar in Serbia. Money can be exchanged in banks. All right. Exchange of foreign currency for local currency outside official places, banks, and exchange offices is punishable and sanctioned. The climate varies from Mediterranean to Saharan. In the north of the country, winters are rainy and cool. Summers are hot and dry. The climate is milder due to the north. East of Algeria is characterized by more precipitation west. Interesting. Could the east be more in Sahara? From the southern foot of the Atlas begins an arid region. Dry and tropical and large temperature deviation ranging from 36 degrees Celsius during the day to 5 degrees at night. Wow, that's a lot. That's much more than in Serbia. In accordance with the custom in most Muslim countries, necessary to adjust behavior and habits, especially the dress code and during the month of. Okay, that's how that looks like. Lateral. Very traditionally very good and friendly. Kind of like Algeria in a way. It's a nice country. In a sense, it's exotic. It's a big country, big African country. So it has that kind of large influence from African countries here. Economic relations between mainly take place through trade, where the Republic of Serbia has a target surplus, market surplus. All right, so the surplus is 164 million euros and imports of 1.6. So wow, wow, what a exchange surplus. Look at that. We export 1 year 164 million euros and we import 6. That's a drastic difference. The opportunities for strengthening operational in following areas: agriculture, industry, pharmaceuticals and food, construction, mining and energy, health, tourism and information communication. Right. That interesting country. A large, really big country. But interesting that you need a permit to move around between regions. Okay, so you don't need a visa. If you come from Algeria to Serbia, you don't need a visa. You do need a visa if you travel from Serbia to Algeria, but if you're Algerian traveling to Serbia, you don't need a visa. You have a passport, right? But we do need. So that's not reciprocal. So you can see sometimes it varies. Oh, interesting. It's not always reciprocal, but yeah, it's not too bad. Probably easy to get visa anyway. All right, Andorra. Travel with regular precautions. The first one that's in green. Look at that. For visa regime, for holders of national not required visa for stays up to 90 days in a 180-day period. The condition for citizens of the Republic of Serbia to enter the Principality of Andorra is to have a valid travel document valid for at least 3 months after the departure from. So when you return, if you plan to go to Andorra and return at the point, then the document must be valid 3 months after that departure moment. Travelers who do not meet this criterion will be returned from the border. Holders of biometric passports of the Republic of Serbia do not visa for stay up to 6 months. There is not a customs regulation. Oh, she's not. Oh, interesting. Kind of thought there are. They're not. So, as the Principality of Andorra is not part of the EU, customs regulations limit the quantity and the value of certain goods which travelers their homes may have to take with them. Although travelers are allowed to re-export 1 kilogram of coffee, 1.5 liters of spirits containing more than 22% alcohols, or 3 liters with less than 10 champagne, 5 liters of table wine. You can add cigars, 75 cigarillos, and 400 grams of tobacco. Food price of up to 300 euros in value per person may be exported. So I can export 3 products. Maximum quantity of those products is 1.5 kilograms of powdered milk, fresh milk. Alright, so meats and stuff. Meat, even 5 kilograms of meat. Industrial price of up to in value per export. So if you have a computer, value it is like 20 euros or so. In value per adult might be exported or up to 450 euros per traveler and of aid. 75 grams of perfume, 75. Social security agreement. It's rare to have that, but they have a complete healthcare system which covers the entire territory with extensive pharmacies which have single time. The Principality of Andorra is considered a safe country with a very low delinquency rate. The Principality of Andorra does not have its own airport, international airport, with a radius of about a kilometer. Barcelona, Lleida, Toulouse does not have an airport. During a tourist stay in the Principality of Andorra, one may drive a motor vehicle with a driver's license of Republic of Serbia for up to 6 months. Basically, yeah. When you go there, you can have a car. So, driving with the new national driver's license is tolerated. Hey, so interesting. It's tolerated. You can drive with a Serbian driver's license. If traveling by vehicle from Republic of Serbia, should not. Alright. Most travel by train, bus lines also. So they have open border crossing. Local currency is euro. It's possible to use payment cards of Serbian banks, Visa and Master, as well as Express. Buying with a payment card is obligatory to show password. All right. The official language of Principality of Andorra is Catalan. Interesting. But it was Spanish. Catalan. Different. Learn something new every day. Spanish, French, and Portuguese is commonly used. French is also used in all stores. All stores. Probably not in all. But it's better to be high. Bilateral are good. Good relation. Economic cooperation is of very low intensity. It's based on modest scale foreign trade and exchange with infrastructure. From January to August in 2024, 60, wow, so very low. 67,000 euros. So that's basically like from tourism. This is only our imports in that. So we export a little bit when we go there. 2023, the total trade exchange amounted to 41,000 euros. Wow. Serbian exports 24,000. It's variable. It's very low amount. One bilateral agreement is in. So joint came on the establishment of medical relations between Serbian and Principality of Andorra on residential basis. City. Let's see, do we even have the city there? Don't have. So Madrid is basically. So no visas. If you travel from Andorra, that's another country where you don't need visas. But oh, so we also don't. All right, so that's pretty much the same. All right, so that's pretty much Andorra. Interesting little country. We go from Algeria, big one, a little tiny one. Let's go. Angola. How do you pronounce it? Angola, Angola, Angola. I don't know how you would say that, but Angola we say. Travel with increased caution. Visa is required. Okay, website. No vaccination. Okay, so they uplifted those restrictions for vaccination. Health situation. As malaria is present, it is necessary to bring a tropical, not ordinary mosquito bite repellent. Yeah, bite frequently. Long pants, shirts, sleeves. It is recommended. It is only safe to eat food in hotels or better restaurants in cold water. So that's. I mean, Angola. I don't know much about Angola. I know it's a big country actually. It's on the southern part of Africa, or more central, I'd say. It's a big continent also. So and it's very scarcely populated, if you remember, a very expensive one. Due to very expensive healthcare services, travelers are advised to have travel health insurance. Starting from July 2025, protests have been taking place in Luanda due to increase in fuel prices and tensions spread to other cities. And in addition to attacks on shops, banks, and other establishments, there have also been reports of assaults on private vehicles, buses, and cars used for ride-hailing service, such as the Young. Protests can erupt in any part of the city and shift locations rapidly. Hmm. All right. The crime rate is high, especially robberies and thefts. Hmm. I don't know much about Angola, but think about Angola when I imagine. I know they have the sickle, hammer and sickle on their flag, like communist country, but I don't think of it as like a crazy country. But I guess they all have some kind of mess going on in their country. Serbia is not perfect, also. Don't think of it as a anime. Armed robberies occur. Regardless of the time of the day, these attacks are mostly carried out by the armed perpetrators on scooters. Crazy. When you think about, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's quick, nimble transport for hit and run, right? Unfortunately, foreigners are the preferred targets in theft and right. Public city traffic is almost non-existent. Mostly vans using exclusively by local population. Taxi transportation is developed and reliable. Ordered by calling taxi service by SMS. During a tourist stay in Angola, one may only drive a motor drive. Have Kwanzaa as currency, but Euro and US are common. All right, the bilateral relations. Additionally, friendly and communication is maintained on a high level. Socialist Federative Republic of Yugoslavia was one of the first countries to establish diplomatic relations within the interesting. Communication to each other. Bilateral. Let's see. Do you have any embassies there? Ooh, interesting. Yeah, it looks like a small house. All right. No visa if they visit us. Oh, sorry. Ordinary passports is required. Only diplomats don't need. All right. Interesting. Okay, that's Angola. Interesting little big country. Let's go. Big one, Barbuda. Travel with regular precautions. Nice country. And it's green. For holders of national passports, visa is required for visits of up to 90 days with period of 180. So pretty much like European Union. Wait, is that like Caribbean? Like Central? Yeah, big one, but I think it is. Interesting. Don't need. Maybe I'll go there. Healthcare is far below the standards of Europe and the United States. Travel insurance is required. Travelers should be aware of the following health risks: Zika, Lyme, diarrhea, and dengue. We do not have high crime rates. Caution is advised because burglaries and other serious crimes occur. There's no great danger to tourists if they follow basic precautionary measures. Public transport, taxis, and minibuses. Caution is needed because the drivers may try to extort more money than they. Drivers serving the citizens need to obtain a local temporary driver's license in addition to carrying their national. So you need driver's licenses here and you need there. All right. Driving on the left side of the road. Interesting. Good Buddha. We drive on the right side. East Caribbean dollar. Oh, interesting country. Bilateral. Let's see. Is it friendly or not? On parliamentary constitutional monarchy. Member of British Commonwealth. So I guess King of England, UK, whatever, is the guess. Upward. Bilateral relations are an upward trend following the exchange of visits at the level of Minister of Foreign Affairs. Government of Serbia is also committed to activities with regional organizations, which Antigua and Barbuda is full member. The Caribbean Association of Caribbean States, which represent channel and create for further development. So they met each other. Okay. Wow, only 9,000 of imports. I mean, that probably doesn't count how much money people bring into country. That's probably just, trade stuff. But that's so low. That's like the used car value, right? Crazy. All right. Not much other things. Don't have an embassy. Don't have any consulate stuff. This is our embassy in Washington, D.C. Interesting. Interesting little buildings. Kind of nice. Look at that. Embassy Republic, Serbia. Right. They also don't need visa. That's an interesting country to think about, like Antigua and Barbuda. It's not like on my mind that often, right? But so far, Argentina, travel with increased caution. It's a country that actually changed quite a bit recently, and a regime change. So let's see. I might make this video in 2 parts. Just want to see if you guys like it. I'm just gonna go in 8 countries to see the regime, the visa regime, how it looks like. Maybe make another video if you guys like the video enough. So leave a like, subscribe. Let's go on with Argentina. Visa is not required for tourist stay of up to 3 months. So that's like 90 days. All right. All right. What else? We don't have agreement of mutual health insurance of their citizens. So okay, so travel health insurance is a travel. When you travel anywhere, I think you need here. Although the general sanitary situation in Argentina is good, visitors are advised to drink bottled water. Emergency 7. Certain state hospitals offer free emergency interventions. One of the better private hospitals in Buenos Aires is Argentina de Mexico. Serbian citizens traveling to or staying in Argentina are advised to move in groups to avoid staying out late. Carry valuables with them. Copies of travel documents. In case of any problem, these should be contacted. Wait, wasn't it? Oh, that's ambulance. So 911 is the case. The security situation in the city of Buenos Aires is not risky, but Serbian citizens are advised to adhere to security measures as criminal groups involved in smuggling near borders, primarily Brazil and Paraguay. Crime in Buenos Aires and larger cities at the level standard expected in large city centers. Burglary, express kidnapping, where the victim is forced to handle take out the machine with a a lot of thefts on mobile phones, I guess. Airport Ziza. Ziza? Yeah, no, they call it that way. So how you call airport in Sares? In just have railway, safe transport. Roads all over the country are good. And to drive in Argentina, foreign tourists must, in addition to nationals, drivers also have an international driving permit issued in accordance with international regulation, which is valid 3 years, and the drivers must be 20. Argentine customs regulations are very strict when it comes to temporary import and export of weapons, drugs, and protected animal species. When entering and leaving Argentina, travelers must declare cash money, excess of 10,000, so up to 10,000, as well as proof of money origin. A large amount is held. Currency is peso, right? exchange rate is very variable and needs to be checked before the trip due to the prevalence of counterfeit banknotes. Cash money should not be exchanged on street vendors, but instead official exchange off. All major international payment cards are accepted. Price for hotel accommodations Buenos Aires is $150. Food cost per day ranges from $30 to $70. What? That's expensive country. $30 to $70 for food per day. What? That's way more expensive than Belgrade. And also accommodation 50 to 250 euros. That's also way higher than here. Serbia is underrated, I'm telling you. Prices for short haul taxis around $5. A visit to the doctor costs on average between 20 and 100. Okay. Alright. Republic of Argentina. Bilateral relations are traditionally friendly. They're characterized by a high degree of mutual understanding and closeness of traditional relations. Let's see. They visit each other. Farming stuff. 22 million. Wow, so it's not that much, but it's far. It's a big country, but our exports 8.7 and imports 14. So I guess raw material, right? The number one, maybe aluminum, gold. Who knows? Exchange them. It's basically double. Or the. But what do we import? I wonder. If, when I see that, it's probably some raw materials. I don't know what, but what do they have? Maybe like we have lithium, we have copper. I guess a lot of materials there. So I would assume that is, but could be various things. Maybe like some some fruits, but I don't think I ever saw anything imported from Argentina, to be honest. So maybe it's raw materials. I don't know. Maybe cattle, something like that. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't think we have it. We do have a lot of pigs, but I think we have enough cattle. People like beef. Yeah, I would assume that's it. So 90-day visas, Argentina. Interesting country. I like the gaucho, like the how to call that, but the ranchers, shadows. Uh, it's interesting. In my mind, Argentina looks probably different than it actually is, because that picture is from old like movies and stuff. So I don't know. I don't watch a lot of YouTube of Argentina. I do watch a lot of YouTube. Don't watch much about it, but it will be interesting, especially now with the drastic change of politics of Argentina. I assume it's going to change quite a bit. Armenia, let's see. Free travel with normal precautions. Oh, there. Ooh, 180 days. Look at that. I mean, Armenia and Serbia, I would, from my perspective, Armenia would be like one of the, default friendly countries. It's like, when you say Armenia, you always um, understand it's friendly, right? Armenia, friendly, right? For me, for Serb. So visa is not required up to 180 days within a period of 1 year. So like half a year you can go there. Entering and leaving. A valid travel document is required, so passport. Citizens or fellow certain holders or travel documents have the right to. Is advisable for travelers, but they don't require mandatory travel insurance. Is permitted to bring up to 10,000. Luggage, you can import 500 euros of stuff weighing 25 kilos. Well, that's basically airport stuff. Limitations, I guess. 200 cigarettes, 250 grams of tobacco, 3 liters of alcohol. It is allowed to bring medicines for personal use. Company held documentation up to 10 types of medicine. 3 packs each. Special permits from Armenian authorities are required for the import and export of precious objects of art, pets, and other. I wouldn't expect for a lot of countries to be able to travel to and to be able to carry a weapon. Maybe Montenegro, maybe Bosnia. For me, for a Serb, I'm not sure though. We might look at those later just to check what's the situation with that, but I don't really care. I don't carry any of those when I travel around. So I carry EDC stuff, so maybe that's considered like it does have like a small blade. I don't think that's a weapon. It's a tool. The Republic of Armenia has professional doctors and medical staff, but the number of well-equipped hospitals and healthcare institutions is relatively small. So Yerevan is their capital, right? Okay. Security. So Armenia is generally a safe country. The land border with Azerbaijan is close, so as a precaution, travel to the border areas towards Azerbaijan is not advised. Yeah, they actually had that thing recently. Is it a Chivan or something like that region also there? I don't know. The land border with Turkey is still closed. Wow, they're so close country. I mean, they don't have open borders, maybe just air travel. That sucks. That really sucks. Air traffic between Turkey, okay. Armenia's land, rail, and air traffic to Georgia and Iran up. So you can go. Demonstration protests. Crime rate is low. Armenia is a safe country for foreign students. As in any country, one should be vigilant about possible. Okay, so transport rail network well developed, but the railway network may much less so. Armenia's road infrastructure has improved significantly in recent years. Some locals are not in the best condition. Driver's license from the local service valid at the territory. If traveling by car from the Republic of Serbia, it is necessary to buy basic vehicle insurance. So green card does not. Right. The insurance premium, engine stuff. Armenian dram, that's the currency. I never knew they had. I mean, actually knew that in the past, just forgot it. But I always thought they were kind of. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought they had ruble. Actually, that doesn't make sense. All right. There's a card. Right. Interesting. Let's see relations, the economic stuff. 94. Political relations between Serbian and Armenia are traditionally good and friendly. Both countries are interested in development of their bilateral cooperation, all areas of common interest. Okay, so they visit each other. Like, all right. In 2021, total trade in goods amounted, million, like, not even that, 927,000. 700, 800,000 euros. Exports from the Serbian amounted to 500. Okay, so we do have a surplus, 519,000. A little bit surplus. And import from, yeah, amount 400. It's not that much. 2020, the total amount of bilateral trade. What? 2021 is so much more. Hold on, hold on. Total trade in goods. In 2020, the total value of bilateral trade was 25.9 million US. Hold on, in 9 total value of bilateral 1 million. What the hell happened? Hold on. What happened with Armenia? Like, we had only in 2021, only less than a million in goods, and it says in 2020 the value of bilateral trade was 5.9. 2019, 181. I mean, that's kind of variable, but it's, something was going up with that, so kind of big shift, right? They have treaties and stuff. It says we do probably have it's here. Interesting. It's in a building. All right, look at that. Little flag here. It's corner, first floor on building. Right. All right. So they also need that. Don't need any visas. But it's for 90 days, right? For us, it's 180. All right. So in this case, they can travel less here. They can travel there. Hope it changed. I hope they put that in 180 across the board. Like, why not? Right? That should be that's my opinion. All right, lovely country. I love it. Armenia is always in my heart. All right, let's go. I'm not saying I don't like other countries, but Armenia is kind of special. In my mind, it's always like friendly. All right, Australia. Not many left here in a country. Australia. It's green. Travel with regular precautions. Visa is required. They do have a. They do require a visa, but they have electronically require a visa or ask for a visa. Okay, there's a lot of things. Australia was never one of my favorite countries. I knew it's a big country, but it's far. That's the biggest reason. So far, agreement between Republic of Serbia and Australia on social security in force on. Okay, so this was old text, I guess. Here, so active. We do have social security agreement. All right. Security situation in Australia is stable. That's all they can say. Valid national driver's license, the same category is accepted. Okay. Provided the driver carries an official translation of the same into English and a national drive. So you do need national drive. Citizens of the Republic of Serbia with a regulated stay in Australia who are older than 25 may exchange their national drive license for an Australian one. Category passengers, vehicles, and motorcycles. Interesting country, a big one. I'm not sure if our relations are great, but let's see. Monarchy. I guess also that's UK is kind of territory or previous colony or Commonwealth stuff. But political relations and cooperation between Serbia and Australia have the potential for improving various areas. There is mutual interest between, so they visit each other. Bilateral economic cooperation between Serbia and Australia is currently through trade exchange, although relatively the volume of trade and service exchange for the persistent growth few merchandise trade was $61 million. Wow, okay, so that's not too bad. With our export 30 million and import about the same. We have a little bit of deficit there, major 250,000. Okay, some agreements, blah blah blah. And so you probably have an embassy. Oh, it's a nice one. I like it. Look at that, little cows. Have two embassies. Look at that. This one also. Two houses. Maybe that's one consul or something. See for them. No visas. So they can travel here without the visa, but we need visa to travel there. Right. That's Australia. Let's see two more of A. I'm probably gonna make two videos, definitely, or multiple videos of this if you guys like it. Don't forget to like it if you do, and tell me in the comments what is the check for what kind of visa need for Serbia, and if there is like information like this from your government about Serbia, tell me what it is if you're in Serbia, right? So see Austria. I would say pretty friendly country. Past wasn't the greatest, but you know, I think now we have pretty nice option. This is not required. Days. The condition for citizens of Republic of Serbia to enter Republic of Austria is they have a biometric travel document, which must be valid for at least 3 months after the planned date of leaving a state. Holders of passport do not need visa for 9 days. A period of 6 months from the date of first entry into Schengen country. Clear luggage and pets also. Okay, Austria regularly conducts border controls at the Austrian, Hungarian, Austrian, Slovenian borders. For us Balkanizers. One time I went to Vienna. It was a quick trip, and I was going via bus. I usually go via train, but I was going by bus, and they stopped us, and there was a guy just going to the bus and just looking around. They didn't ask for any documents, just have a look, just left. So sometimes they ask for stuff. Also, sometimes controls between Germany and Austria. Interesting. Okay, so situation is partially inflexible. Just to just uh just to see if people are there or something. I don't know. Social security agreement we do have. Social security Austria grants persons interested in serving during the private stay in Austria to stay the right to use health care at the expense of compulsory health insurance only in case of emergency medical care or danger. Alright, health situation has an excellent network of health facilities that provide good health care. Necessary contact with the general hospital. Its security is listed as one of the safest countries of Europe. I imagine for Austria to be such. However, since the terrorist attack in 2020, Austrian authorities have been security level of terrorism risk was declared in Austria for several years now. Wait, crime rate has been declining. A significant tourist destination, Austria has 6 international airports with railway. You don't need an international driving permit. Should exchange a national for an Austrian 6 months. For us who have, for people who have a regulated stay, so if you want to stay for something. The fines are high, and there is a possibility of exclusion from traffic due to technical public safety. Surveillance officers have the fine and impose certain traffic offenses immediately upon stopping the vehicle. By a payment request from form is not possible. Applies to all drivers or whether they reside in Austria or not. Driver's license may be drivers under the opiate. Multiple consecutive use of high beams without the need for traffic safety is a misdemeanor. A fine is prescribed. So if you see the police in distance not use high beams to alert others, right? Good to know. Euro's official currency. It's possible to use payment cards. All right, let's see relations. That's interesting for this country. Federal Republic. Wow, look at that. 1874. Pretty old relations. Diplomacy, pretty old ones. Political relations in the last decade have been caused by an intensive dialogue. Austria is committed to Serbia's rapid progress in Europe, which is the policy that Austria advocates in principle towards the Western Balkans. You have dialogue, blah blah blah, all stuff. Economic, let's see. 2022, the total exchange of goods and services has a record level and reached 6 billion euros. Okay, I would expect this from Austria. It's 2.6 billion. We're not in millions. No, this is billions. I wouldn't say that's too high, but still, if I can guess, I would say we have the most with Hungary, maybe US or Germany, Romania maybe, Turkey, Croatia. Those kind of countries would be like the high, maybe Greece. But if I would guess, the highest would be, let's say Germany. Germany, we have the most, but not sure. We probably have a lot of deficit between Germany, but sure. So 2.6 billion. Austria is an important economic partner. Serbia represents one of the largest in the country. 780 territory. Serbia, whose majority is Australia, is registered in Austria, while over 80 Austrian companies are present in Serbia. Okay, Raiffeisen, Erste. Oh, they have a lot of banks. Banks Insurance company, telecommunication. Deals. Swarovski, Henkel, Rauch, Strabag. Consolidation of contractual situation between the projects being carried out in Senate. Eight agreements are in force. Blah, blah, blah. Have all kinds of here. Embassies. We do have an embassy. Pretty nice one. Been there. No, yes, I just entered and left and didn't do anything there. Just look at them. So, pretty nice side. Alright, let's see for them what it's like. Visa ID card can also be used to travel to Serbia. So, there you go. So if you're Austrian, you can come here with your ID and enjoy Serbia. Pretty nice country, I like it. It's one of the better countries out there. Alright, Azerbaijan. Travel with regular precautions. So it's pretty safe country in my view. Let's see what it says. Visa not required for up to 90 days. Entering and leaving. Citizens of the Republic of Serbia may enter the Republic of Azerbaijan only by air. Land borders are closed. What? They have closed land borders. What? I mean, kind of makes sense, but it's that severe. So entry into the territory of the Republic of Azerbaijan without going through its established state border checkpoints constitute a violation of the state border of the Republic of Azerbaijan as criminal activity. Legislation of Azerbaijan. So do not sneak into Azerbaijan. Translation. You have to register your stay within 15 days when you arrive. There's no registration fee. For a person staying at a hotel, staff does that. Goods up to $50, personal belonging, blah blah blah. Residents and non-residents may take 10,000 US dollars out of Azerbaijan without showing proof of work. So you can go there to work a little bit. Not saying you should, or not work, in a way acquire that kind of money, because you can get 1,500 into, but you can take 1,000 out. That's like the without proof of origin. Special permits are required for plans. Agreement between the government and the Republic of Serbian government. Or we do have a health situation, has a stable health situation, no special vaccination is required, and security situation is stable. Foreign citizens must not plan their visit territory subject to special travel without prior consent of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Republic of Azerbaijan. Heydar Aliyev Airport is the busiest airport. Largest number of direct flights is to Istanbul, close border with Armenia. There is no road traffic and border crossing in that. Those are visual technical standards, and they are between 4 kilometers per city. The national driver's license of the Republic of Serbia, if not expired, is valid. If not expired, is valid. Territory of the Republic of Azerbaijan. In case of a regular stay in Azerbaijan, the national driver's license exchange. What is it? For the exchange, it is necessary to enclose a national driver's license with the authorized translation of the same into Azerbaijan certificate. During a tourist stay in Azerbaijan, operating a motor is only possible with a valid national driving license. Valid international driving. Travel by vehicle for luxury, green card insurance. All right, a lot of stuff there, but short, you can drive with Serbian driver's license. You just need the national. So, oh, Manet. Well, I actually knew that. Manet. Just recently, I was looking at currencies in exchange here in Belgrade, and they had those. Interesting. Okay, so they use credit cards. I think conditions are not country. For the existing 11 zones, 2009. Okay, varies from continental dry and humid in extreme south to subtropical southeast parts of the country. Oh, interesting. For a small country to have 9 out of the 11 climate zones, that's crazy. It's crazy. I guess it kind of you'll find a lot of diversity in climate, especially around mountain areas. So they do have what's called Caucasus Mountains there. So I would expect that. But also they have like seashore, so not sea, but Caspian Sea, but it's a lake. All right. Visa for them. No visa required. All right. Pretty nice country. That's about all A countries. All right, I'm gonna stop here. I don't think we should make long videos. I do not like watching long videos. I don't want to bother with those also. So we'll continue with this only if I see a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, all that bunch. So if you really liked it, leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you next one. Bye.